Welcome to the HDiD Academy. We're here at the fabulous HDiD Park Golf Club in Cheshire, in one of the teaching studios here. And in this video I'm going to look at something which relates back to the screening video we made a few weeks ago with James Thompson. This is an area of the game which I personally have a vested interest in, because it's a problem that certainly plagued me throughout my whole golfing life. And also, having spent time with James, I start to understand a little bit about why that was. And that is, those of you who suffer this flying trail elbow. Get the club into position at the top of the backswing where this, for me as a right-hander, my right elbow sticks up and out. As a consequence, we see the club look a long way to the right of target across the line, again as a right-handed player. And the problem with that is that to make a downswing and hit the ball consistently, I'm forced to reroute the club on the downswing to drop it into position. And this has a devastating effect on my body posture and my body angles through the ball, and makes it very difficult for me to strike the ball with a consistent angle of attack, with a consistent club face position. And one of the things in recent weeks that I've really noticed since using the Game Golf device is just how many of my golf shots were coming up short of the green. At one stage, from outside 100 yards, it was close to 40% of the shots that I hit came up short of the green. Now that wasn't to do with picking the wrong club, that was solely to do with misstriking the ball. And when I spent time with James and realised just how lacking I was in mobility in my shoulders, suddenly made perfect sense that in order to complete a backswing, I was having to change my swing shape. My body wasn't allowing me to set the club in the ideal position. So certainly something, if you suffer this flying right elbow, the club gets across the line at the top, the first thing I would do is get yourself in to see somebody from a physical point of view, and get your shoulder mobility tested, maybe something that you can work on to improve that. And I know that James is going to spend some time this season helping us with those things. But once we understand that we've got a bit of mobility, we then have to learn how this trail arm, shoulder, elbow works. So a very simple drill that you can do to test this is a drill called the book drill. I've got my iPad here, but a book will do. And what you do is you place it in posture in between your hands. Now from there, what we're trying to do is make a backswing and set that book onto the correct swing plane angle. So set that book into the same angle that the club shaft would be at address. And you'll see when you do that, suddenly my flying right elbow disappears. So the elbow tucks, the trail hand wrist hinges backwards, and the palm is slightly up, almost, if you like, a tray of drinks kind of shape. But just making some simple drills: pivot, set the angle, pivot, set the angle. We do that 2 or 3 times in front of the golf ball. Pivot, set the angle, pivot, set the angle. Swap that for a club. I've got a 7-iron here. I'm just going to make part size, about 3/4 size, 3/4 speed, but try to make that same feeling. Imagine that the club shaft is just the same as the book I've just been holding. And straight away I can feel my right arm want to tuck a little bit. So if you're a player who suffers flying trail elbow, problems with ball striking, firstly, it's likely that there's some shoulder physical restriction that's going to contribute to that. But use this exercise, train your trail arm, you control the club much more accurately on plane, on line, makes it a lot simpler to arrive at the ball in a good position. Thanks for watching the HDiD Golf Academy. If you enjoy our videos, please share them amongst your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that way you'll get to see all our latest footage first. And for questions and comments, join our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter, HDiD Golf Academy. We look forward to seeing you next time.